Namaste. Thoughts from AvVa's Kitab. Democracy. In a democracy, we often critique the notion of royal titles, yet we overlook the hierarchical structures that permeate our own democratic systems. We are all holders of titles, be it the president, prime minister, MLA, brigadier, doctor, professor, or even an interviewer, labels that confer status, authority, or expertise. We assume democracy is the pinnacle of governance, but isn't it, by its very nature, another construct of control? Yes, probably better than autocracy, but still a system where power is concentrated in the hands of a few and the many are represented but not necessarily empowered. For instance, why should one person be considered the president or a prime minister and not a whole elected house holding joint decision-making authority after running it through various communities and getting voted on a decision or decisions? This prompts us to ask, in the grand evolution of political thought and governance, is democracy still the zenith or is it a stepping stone? Just as the concept of a country seems inherently divisive, implying borders and exclusivity, similarly democracy as we know it may not be the ultimate expression of collective governance. Who's to say there aren't civilizations elsewhere in the universe that have transcended these boundaries, embracing a more harmonious, community-driven way of being, where every individual is as important as the other? Just as countries are confined by borders, democracy is often bounded by the limits of nation-states, reinforcing the notion that governance is tied to territory. But what if we were to reimagine democracy as a global ethos, unshackled from geographical constraints? Could we envision a system where decision-making is decentralized, participatory, and inclusive, transcending the artificial boundaries of nation-states? Moreover, the dichotomy between representation and participation is a pressing concern. Elected officials often claim to represent the people's will, but true participation involves more than just casting a ballot every few years. It is about fostering a culture where citizens are actively engaged in shaping policies and decisions that affect their lives. The rarity of participatory mechanisms and the prevalence of tokenistic consultations underscore the gap between representation and genuine participation. Are we truly ready to question the status quo and envision a more evolved paradigm, one that prioritizes cooperation over competition and collective well-being over individual ambition? Democracy, essay by Abhinav Vats, AvVa, written in 2017. Namaste.